You are coming into harmony with your true self. This is a week full of positive, harmonious energy, and it is actually the best time of this month to manifest. However, you have to know how to use this energy in order to manifest correctly, and that's why you subscribe to me, because I'm going to break down every single day's energy of this week. I'm going to give you your higher selves and your soul's messages, and I'm also going to give you a crystal recommendation for the week to help you harness these energies and manifest all of your desires as quickly as possible. And just to give you some predictions, some peace of mind, you really need to know which days to rest, which days to contemplate, which days to cry, which days to put in the work, and which days you're going to get the rewards, right? If you're new here, my name is Soledad. I am a psychic. I also work with Divine Feminines, where we decenter twin flames. Okay, if you want to know more about that, everything is in the description box, along with timestamps so that you can go day by day. You can literally watch like Mondays today, and then tomorrow come back and do Tuesdays, or you can watch the whole week as you're getting ready, or if you're listening to this on your way to work or anything like that. Also, I will break down any of like the higher self, more spiritual messages, because those are like their own little segments. And with that being said, let's get into the general energy. So this is what your angels and guides kind of want you to know about the vibe of the week. Okay, let me grab the cards. They're all down here. Okay, so we do have the embrace and boundaries cards. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Let's actually talk about embracing first. Okay, so we have find peace with your current state of being. If you've been watching, okay, the weeks of October, I don't know if that made sense, the weeks of October. The past week's energy, which all have been in October, have been very tumultuous. October brought a lot of chaos, but in the disarray, there is organization. Everything has to feel like it's out of place in order for it to fall back together, right? What goes up must come down, and like things need to be leveled out. There is a balancing energy. So you'd think it'd be the opposite, right? Because October, we have Libra season in the beginning, but Libra season is all about calling out that wild, unjust, unfair shit in your life, setting boundaries, and really calling out yourself and other people, relationship situations that are just not serving you, right? What doesn't feel aligned is really not going to feel aligned. It's like you've hit that snooze button way too many times, and now you're like, well, goddamn, I have to adult. I have to get up and like do something about this, right? I can't just sleep in and keep hitting snooze on these issues. And so later on, we moved on to like Scorpio season. That's all about transformation. That's literally breaking everything down so that it can come back together. Think of like the transformations in nature, like, you know, we go to like the butterfly cocoon kind of thing. The caterpillar turns itself into a cocoon and it starts breaking down inside. Chemical processes are happening. How do you think it emerges into the beautiful butterfly? It used to look like a freaking caterpillar. Okay, so right now we're going straight into the thick of it with transformation Scorpio season. And then guess what? We're going into Sagittarius season. So this week we're really preparing ourselves to have a really busy end of the year, right? And just in general, we have like this energy of like, oh my gosh, like the holidays are coming up, like people are rushing, like, you know, kids are getting ready for their midterms, and like school is like wrapping up like these last few quarters. Businesses are wrapping up as well. We're getting ready for the holiday season. And so right now, this is your moment of peace. It's like when a storm is coming through, and you know how they say the eye is peaceful? We're in the eye of the storm. We've only gone through the first half of it, okay? Fall, it'd be like that. So this is about embracing. We have find peace with your current state of being. You've been feeling crazy? Find peace with that. If you've been feeling sad, find peace with that. It's okay to feel your feelings. It's important to feel them, release them, but don't let them stop you. A wise man once told me that. And then we have boundaries. Okay, my brain stopped computing for a moment. But with boundaries, know when to put up and let your walls down. So we've learned a lot last month, right? In these past few weeks that we've been doing these weekly check-ins, which I do every week. Okay, I've been really enjoying spending this time with you. And we also sip on something whenever we do these. So I do have my mate, as always, you guys. And I drank a bunch of matcha in my little grumpy bear cup. Hold up, let me show you guys. You guys know, very cute. This one I put cinnamon in. Still smells really, really good. Anyways, I don't know. I usually do that in the beginning, but lately I've been forgetting to. So I just somewhere in the middle of the reading, I'm like, by the way, we're sipping on something over here. But I've been learning how to snap too. Maybe you've been learning a new skill. Yeah, anyways, to wrap up the weekly vibe energy, embrace the new you that you are stepping into. You're stepping into a whole new light, a whole new person, a whole new being, a whole new way of thinking. And in order to manifest these things that we've been wanting to, right, we have to let go of the old. And with the boundaries thing, yes, it's okay to have like hard boundaries with yourself. Like discipline has been a big thing for this month. If you watch the monthly update, you know that November is like you can have everything you want, but you need to be disciplined. You need to put in the work. I'll link it up here somewhere and it'll be at the end of this video if you missed the monthly update. But there's also this energy of like, yes, we need to have these boundaries and discipline with ourselves, but we also have to define them. That's step one, is like defining the boundaries. So that's kind of like what we're working on this week. And so let's move on to Monday's energy, because Monday's energy is freaking amazing. And we'll go deeper into like the weekly energies, but we have a lot of major arcana. We got a lot of wands energy as well. So you already know we're getting ready for that fiery Sagittarius season. We have the Magician for Monday's energy. This is the perfect Monday energy. And not only because Magician starts with an M and like MM Monday, you know what I mean? Magician Monday Magician energy. But not only because it sounds good, but the Magician card is the first major arcana. Technically, Fool is 0, but Magician is represented by the number 1. It's 0 through 21. That's the order of the major arcana, right? And the major arcana and the tarot represent big transitional changes in your life. I always say this. I kind of feel like a broken record. Like if you're an OG, you know that I always be saying this, but it's true. It is what it is. It's very straightforward. You're moving on to the next step. You're peeling back a layer. And the Magician specifically is great for creation. It's a card that's telling you, hey, you have everything you need to manifest. So let's just get into it. I'm thinking of Nike when their logo was like, just do it. Like that's literally what the Magician is. It's like you have everything you need. If you're an athlete, it's like, okay, well, you have your legs, you have your muscles, like you have your brain, you can breathe well, like you're good. Just go run that track. You know what I mean? That was probably not the best analogy, but all in all, Monday's energy is going to be a getting to it, staying consistent and persistent, evaluating what tools we have at our disposal and setting those goals and then using those tools, right? Making the plans. However, on the flip side, the Magician is also known as the juggler in other decks. So be careful not to juggle too many things at once. Sometimes we make a big to-do list and we're like, we're going to get all this done now because we have this energy. But then like 12 o'clock hits and then you come back from lunch and you're like, actually, I don't even know I have the energy to finish what I was doing this morning. So really just evaluate, okay, maybe like one task a day. I used to make a list of like 10 tasks a day and then I wouldn't get it done for like a few weeks after that. I'm like, well, no, duh. It takes like one day to like do certain tasks and then other tasks take like no time at all. So prioritizing and actually giving yourself a realistic time set as to how long these things will take and organizing what tools do I have at my disposal that I can actually use to get this done quicker or to just get this done at all, right? Done is better than perfect. That is your mantra for Monday. All right, let's move on to Tuesday's energy. And you guys know I like to pair Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday through Saturday. So we're going to talk about the Monday, Tuesday energy. But first, Tuesday is so like lovely. This is one of the most lovely cards in the tarot. This is the 9 of Coins. 9 is already like a number of persistence and a number of like, we're just missing this one thing. You're almost there. You got this. You have so much already, but there's still more. There's still more, right? So Coins energy is like very, why am I getting the word whimsical? I think because I was looking at the Magician card on the table and the Magician card is like more air energy. I don't know. I know there's a zodiac to it, but I don't know which one it is exactly. So if you know, let me know in the comments. But right now, intuitively what I'm picking up is that for this week's energy, the Magician is kind of going into the air qualities, right? So like intellect, right? The mental realm, collecting your thoughts so that you can take educated action, inspired action, right? Okay, so it's like about directing your energy. And then the 9 of Coins is like, you're already seeing fruits because this week is extremely good for manifesting. I'm not kidding you guys. Your thoughts will come into reality so quickly. I'm hearing like 1 to 3 business days and you got what you want, right? Or you're starting to already see the fruits of your labor. And the 9 of Coins is that. It's a rewards card. But the reason that you're getting getting these rewards is because you've created a base of security. You're starting to kick those bad habits and slowly incorporate the new habits. For example, I've been really wanting to wake up early because waking up early, one, keeps me regular. I'm gonna be real here. When I have a schedule, my body knows when to go and it's easier for me to go, and I struggle with that. I know that's TMI, but that's very important to me. But two, I feel more creative in the mornings. I feel like I can do more in the mornings. If I wake up around 10 or 11, which in the creator space, I feel like, or even if you're a freelancer, it's really easy to get into a rut like that and just get used to waking up later. I feel like I'm literally trying to get so many things done by the end of my day that I don't have time to eat. I don't have time to socialize with my family. And then I'm going to bed like still thinking about work that I need to get done the next day. But I'm going to bed late. So like it's a vicious cycle. So instead of being like, I'm going to wake up at 5 every day, which if you do that, amazing, like props to you, you do you. I was like, I'm going to set my alarm for 5. But if I don't wake up, that's okay. As long as I wake up within a few hours after that. And I set these boundaries for myself. And every day I've been waking up earlier and earlier. Yesterday I woke up at 9. Today I woke up at 8. I technically, like my body got up at 5, but then I went back to sleep for a few hours, but still I got up, okay? And that's kind of the thing that I'm talking about, is like, you're not just gonna step into your new you right away. First of all, that would be way too intense. But second of all, it's just not feasible for everybody, right? Baby steps, little things at a time. So you're getting these rewards because you've been planting the seeds, you've been doing the work, you have been setting yourself up for this success. And sometimes when we're manifesting, when we're planting seeds, we're like, damn, I'm not seeing the seed grow. Is it dead? Is it a dud? Like, am I just the worst? Am I just not capable of doing these things? No, the universe is going to prove those negative thoughts wrong. And so really important to keep yourself creative, keep yourself in a flow, keep yourself in peace, right? Harmonized, and keep those positive thoughts flowing. If last week was like breakthrough energy, and by the way, breakthrough energy isn't like, oh my God, everything feels great now. It's like, oh shit, everything is falling apart. So that you can have the breakthrough. It's setting you up for the breakthrough. Then this week is the fruits of the breakthrough. So that's Monday, Tuesday energy. And together you are starting to feel aligned. Like you've arrived, you're starting to feel accomplished, you're starting to feel more secure in yourself, and your truer self, your true inner self is starting to shine more. Okay, let's move on to Wednesday, Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday really caught me by surprise because we have 2 major arcana. So we already had the Magician, which is the first. We have the Fool for Wednesday, okay, and we have the Hanged Man for Thursday. So let's get into Wednesday's energy, and then we'll do like the little mashup of these 2 energies. Now, the Fool is represented by the number 0, and you'll see that's a number that consistently goes through this week. And 0 is new beginnings. It's the birth of something. It's new ideas. It's a new hope. Star Wars reference. You see what I did there? But with the Fool, it always represents somebody who's ready to take a leap of faith. So on Wednesday, you may feel that your faith is restored because you're like, okay, I'm putting in the work and I'm seeing results, right? Monday, Tuesday. Wednesday, you're keeping that positive loop. You're keeping in that flow. You're keeping up with that energy and you're being rewarded for it. Sometimes we may think of rewards as like tangible things, and they can be. You know, you may like hit a sales goal or metric. You know, you may do really well and like be a runner-up for promotion at your job, or you may get a text or call from that specific person you've been wanting to hear from, or you may have an important conversation that goes well with a family member or relationship, right? But sometimes rewards can be of like just getting positive energy. If that's something you've been wanting, if you've been wanting to find inner peace, if you've been wanting to work on self-love, if you've been healing your heart chakra like we've been talking about in the previous weeks, that's been triggered within you, then your rewards this week is not just going to be tangible things, it's going to be emotional and spiritual evolutions. Okay, you are now more in tune with yourself, and that is a beautiful reward, if not one of the most rewarding rewards. With the Fool card, not only do we have new beginnings, but the Fool is somebody that is about to embark on a new way of life. Sorry, I have something stuck in my throat. Okay, we're good. So this is talking about physical and spiritual and emotional evolution. Specifically like physical and spiritual, we're just talking about the Fool, but the full energy of this week is giving like emotional breakthroughs as well. Although you may be experiencing like this full trust, it's like you have unwithered faith in the universe. You know everything is going to work out. You're open to the possibilities. That's the energy of the Fool. The energy of the Fool on the flip side also kind of feels lonely. It's kind of like I feel different, because you may be thinking that your ways of being are different than what the people around you, what your peers, what your family members want you to be or are living themselves. So sometimes it can feel a little bit lonely, but that's how you know you're on the right track. That is actually part of your soul's journey, right? Is being able to differentiate yourself and to go on your own path. And then sometimes it is your path. It's your path alone to walk. Let's go into the Hangman energy. The Hangman is represented by the number 12, okay, in the major arcana. So now we're going like deeper into the major arcana and into the cycle. And the Hangman is all about taking a like break to gain a new perspective. And something that people don't really talk about the Hangman is how spiritual this card is. I know people talk about the World card and like the High Priestess and even like the Hierophant being like spiritual and religious and like all that stuff, but the Hanged Man, don't sleep on the Hanged Man, okay? The Hangman represents a voluntary, sorry, I don't know why I couldn't say that word, voluntary surrendering to the process of things. And that is part of manifesting. Surrendering is a huge part of it. And with surrendering comes trust, it comes peace of mind, and it's acceptance. You may feel that around this time of the week, you're starting to realize that yes, those tangible rewards were great, but now that you're getting these emotional and spiritual rewards and you're feeling like you're getting closer to like enlightenment, right? Like achieving enlightenment is a big part of the lore of the Hangman, right? But just to like not get too spiritual jargony up in here, it's about raising your vibration, right? And that's kind of what this week is giving you. It's giving you an opportunity after being down in the dumps, which has its place and its purpose. It's not a bad thing. You don't have to be positive all the time. We have to feel all the emotions, right? But now it's giving you an opportunity to climb back up. You decide how high you want to go and what that peak is for you. You're setting the standards. You're defining your boundaries right now. So whatever enlightenment feels to you or whatever you feel like is going to bring you that peace and that accomplishment and that security, that's what you are starting to contemplate. So the Hangman is a card of inner development. This is also a great time to meditate, to connect with your higher self. I heard somebody talk about doing a meditation with your future self. So that's also really cool. You can connect with that. I like to connect with my Akashic records because you can talk to past, future, and alternate versions of yourself. And so there's plenty of free meditations online. I'm not going to go too deep into it now, unless you guys really want me to. You know, if this video gets a ton of likes or comments or requests about it, maybe I'll do a series on that. But for right now, there's so many free resources that I don't want to like do a whole segment on it right here, right now. But anyways, it's really important to get in touch with yourself. Another way you can do that is you can travel, go out into nature by yourself. If you have like a beach or a park or something like that available, heck, your own backyard, right? You can sit out there and really connect with yourself. This is asking you, Thursday's energy, if you like needed to take a break within the week, this is the day to take that break. This is the day to do the self-care. This is the day to go inward, to journal, to listen to music, to just lay outside, do nothing, right? Because doing nothing is actually very productive. Rest is productive. Let's just start right there. We're not going to sit here and say we always have to be go productive. We can rest and we can enjoy the rewards that we're being given. We can relish in them. We can process them. We can reevaluate ourselves and our thoughts and our perspectives because of this new information that we're gaining and this new traction and this new energy that is coming into our lives. So that's going to be really important. The Fool is very excitable. It's ready to go on and take risks, but the Hangman has that wisdom and that experience that it's okay to pause, and it's okay. These two cards are cards of outsiders. They're cards of people who, you know, what's that? Hold on. There's like a quote that's trying to come to my mind. I couldn't remember the quote, but it's something about like dancing to the beat of your own drum, right? Isn't that the quote? I think I got it. Okay. So yes, it's like the future holds a new you. How are you tapping into that? And how are you manifesting that currently? A lot of manifestation, a lot of visualization, even writing. Great day to like write a letter to your future self and be appreciative of what you have now, but be excited for what you're achieving and what you're going to get and what you're stepping into. Alrighty then. And if this is all resonating, but you are struggling to connect with your inner self, a great way to do that is to get a guided tarot reading where we can connect with your higher self, with your Akashic records, and really help you see what messages the universe is trying to send you and give you that clarity. So I'll link that down below if you wanted to book with me. This is the last month that I'm taking bookings. I am going on a bit of a break somewhere between December and January. So this is a great time to do that. And there are limited spots. So make sure to grab your spot while they are available, since I only take a certain amount of readings a day. And Let's move on to Friday, Saturday's energy, because we have so much to cover there. With Friday, it's getting spicy. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands here. The Ace of Wands is so interesting because, again, another 0, right? It's like you're stepping into this energy, another reward, right? You're getting all these ideas. You're getting all this inspiration. So don't leave the inspiration and leave it on the table. Take action. Okay, Friday is the time to really consummate everything that, I hope I'm using that word correctly. I may be mispronouncing it, but anyways, it's really that time to bring together and continuously work through everything that you have been planning and manifesting this week. You're going to continue watering those seeds, okay? You're going to continue, adding fertilizer and making sure that all your T's are crossed and your I's are dotted. It's a continued effort, but it's almost like a portal. Like you're really starting to see the vision come together. It's like that new beginning is here and you can feel it, and it's becoming easier for you to take action steps to that. So this is also a great day to plan as well. You're like, okay, well, I did this well this week. And it's actually a really good time to just evaluate what you've done and really set yourself up. See where you could have gone better and just continue taking that inspired action. It's like if you were manifesting a castle, and you'll see why that's important in a bit. You're starting to really see the path towards the castle. Okay, this is a portal. It's a portal week, actually, in numerology. We're not going to get into that right now, but it is super important. So think of this Friday energy as a sneak peek. Because you put in the work, because you've taken the time to go inward, focus on your inner development, it's a sneak peek to what's to come. 8 of Wands, you are being thrust into this new self, and this is a card of things unfolding positively, but rapidly. So when I say thrust, I mean thrust, honey, okay? The 8 of Wands, 8 is already a representation of abundance because it's the infinity symbol, and it's an energy that is like a continuous loop, right? It's also a card of direction. So as much as you're being pushed to move and you may be getting all this new energy and these exciting ideas, and it is an exciting time for you, it's going to be busy. You need to start mentally preparing yourself, getting your mindset right. This is why preparation this week is also very significant. It's like do, but stop, and then preparate. Do, stop, preparate. You can't just do. You need to do, evaluate, do. Anyways, do, evaluate, action, right? Let's say action instead of do. Action, evaluate, prepare, more action, right? Yeah, it's a cycle, but you can't burn yourself out in one step. So just be careful, because once you've turned this beast on, it is gonna keep going, and you're gonna start to really, it's like the snowball effect. You're really starting to pick up speed. And then the Ace of Cups, another ace, another 0, 0, 0, 0, which is 3 zeros, and 3 is the number of expansion, and 0 is the number of new beginnings. So with the Ace of Cups, this is really significant because you have finally reached a whole new emotional level. Okay, this is a card of, yes, it can be like crushes and love and all that stuff, but this is you poured into yourself, and now your cup is overflowing, and you have so much that you can give to others. That's why you see the jug pouring into the cup, and then the little seal giving like the beaver like sugar, and the butterflies represent your guides. I love this card for that. It's actually really great. And as long as you follow through what you've already put into motion and start planning new goals, again, we're evaluating, we're planning new goals, we're adjusting along the way. This is saying that you're coming into a new to yourself. Emotionally, you've passed a lot of hard tests and lessons. So you're gonna continue to get tested, but you're putting into practice. It's like you have these new tools that you didn't have before. If you used to be really negative and now you're finding it easier to notice the negativity and stop it quicker, maybe you're still kind of on the cusp of that, but you're working on it. This is like, okay, now it's going to be easier to do that because you put in the work. In the beginning, nothing is easy, right? But as you're moving through the energies and staying in that flow, it becomes easier and easier and easier until you can just do it on autopilot. So this is about new relationships with yourself and creative growth. Notice how those things are hand in hand, right? They come together because it's all part of you and like your own personal evolution. So this is like the week to be selfish. This is the week to really focus on yourself, to recenter yourself, okay? And let's move on to your higher self's spiritual guidance for this week. I'm not going to read too much on it because we did get 3 cards, and I think they're all very significant. So we have the prayer. Now the prayer is about manifesting, affirming. This is affirmation. affirmations. Okay, if you're not religious, the prayer is affirmations. Okay, so this is about your mindset, your thoughts, getting into the practice of like journaling out your thoughts, right? Journaling is actually really good at controlling your thoughts. Sometimes maybe you go too quickly. Journaling will slow you down, and you think it'd be a bad thing. It's actually a really good thing. And then we have the seed. You're planting the seeds. How do you plant seeds? You take actions. You literally go pick out the seeds that you want and you plant them in the ground. You have to find a good spot for them, all that stuff, right? So as you're preparing, as you're asking for these things, right? It's okay to ask. It's okay to know your value. It's okay to want things. It's okay to desire things. As you're asking, you're planting the seeds and your castle is coming together. We have the castle card. This is also a good time to focus on unconditional love for yourself this week. It's actually been like a heart chakra season. Honestly, it really has been. But that's kind of the message, is like you're creating positive loops, you're creating positive habits, and they're all starting to, all the little things that you've been doing to work on yourself every day, all the things that you've been building on up to this point is going to really start to show you the rewards. I feel like I said rewards so many times this reading, but it really is, that's just what it is. It's like whatever you've been working, if you've been putting in the work, you're going to start seeing all those things come into fruition for you. And then we have the crystal of the week. We have the red Jasper. This is a nurturing, determined, relaxing, tranquility crystal. So it's kind of an oxymoron, right? You're like, oh, you're like determined and nurturing, but also you're relaxing and you're focused on tranquility. Yeah, these things can come hand to hand. So this is about merging different parts of yourself to help create that new you. The red Jasper is a really good card, specifically like this week's energy when you're trying to nurture yourself, nurturing yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, right? Doing things that feel aligned to you, really feeling your way out into things. So if you're really disconnected with your feelings, or you feel like your feelings are everywhere, your thoughts are everywhere, this is a great stone to center yourself. Determination. Absolutely. This is a great stone to help you stay persistent and to give you that motivation. This is also a stone that's going to protect you from negative energies, because red is a very protective color, right? It's going to help you, it's going to help align you with tools that you need to continue, right, doing that work. It's going to sometimes even align situations that may be negative in the moment, right? It's not going to be all like roses and butterflies and rainbows during the week, right? We're going to be tested. There are going to be little challenges, but if we're able to overcome those things, we're going to see how much quicker we get. It's like the challenges, if you try to go around them, you're just going to make your path longer. If you go through them, you'll figure out that was actually a shortcut and you're getting way quicker to your goals and aspirations. And the whole tranquility, relaxing thing, it's all about trusting the universe. Okay, so if you're somebody who struggles to, if you've been struggling to like fall asleep, if you've been struggling to find peace within yourself and acceptance, this is a great stone to work with, because it's going to help bring you that mental peace. It's so important. If you don't have mental peace, you don't have mental clarity. You don't have mental clarity, you feel like your efforts are very sporadic, like they're a waste of time. You don't know where to focus your energy. And unfocused energy means unfocused results, right? And we want focused in results. We want results that are consistent with our energy, that are giving us what we are putting into them and even more, right? ROI is really important, the return on investment. So if you've been having trouble realizing where you need to focus your energy, this is a great stone to work with. I kind of want to do a video just talking more about how you can meditate with this stone and like more about this crystal. And I want to do that every week now. It's kind of a new idea I'm having. So if that's something you guys like, let me know. And once the video is posted, I'll either have it up here or in the comments, but leave me your comments. Let me know what you think of that. Would you like to learn how to work more with these crystals? Would you like more informational videos on crystal healing, how you can use it to manifest and all of that? I have so much knowledge on crystals, but I never make videos about it, but I talk about them all the time. So I figured, why not? Anyways, we don't have any angel messages for the week. Should I do a quick angel message? Let's do it. We do one every week. Let me grab the card. Let's do it right now. What messages do we have for the collectives? So your angels are asking you to confront and to clear your debts, which is amazing. This is movement forward. We have your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. Yeah, you're really planning for your future. You're really manifesting this week. Even your angels are like, let's get into it. The color green is also about going, right? It's about movement. And again, we don't want to just do a bunch of movement. We want to plan. We want to make sure that we have a direct line of vision where we want to go. What are our goals? Why are we doing all this movement? So those are the messages I have for you this week. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope this wasn't too long and boring. I feel like these are really important messages, probably one of the most positive weekly updates I've done. Make sure to subscribe because I do these every single week along with a bunch of other little mini readings and informational tidbits throughout the week. And I will see you guys next time. Bye. Also, make sure to watch the November update. Just make sure to watch the November update. I'll have it somewhere up here.